Sandra Endo explains the connection.
It looks like a toy plane, but in the air it could be a dangerous weapon, and you could be the victim. It's capable of hacking your personal information, your private phone calls, and your emails, spoofing cell phone towers and breaking down firewalls, all from the air.
Because we have an airplane and we can get very close to the target, we can be the strongest signal. It's a fight that the cellular tower can't win. And so thusly we can capture that phone. You can do other things like jam the 3G cellular frequencies, causing denial of service on the 3G network.
Computer experts Rich Perkins and Michael Tassi built this model plane with parts ordered online for around $6,000 and put it together at home. But they're not using it to steal information. Instead, they're showing it off at a hackers convention in Las Vegas. Computers outfitted on the plane can disrupt and manipulate open Wi-Fi signals and relay that information to someone controlling the plane on the ground. Video of their test flight showed it could go pretty much undetected to the average person on the street. But it could be tracking your every move. It's like you're being watched. I could go to my local coffee shop, use my credit card and check emails. As I walk to my car, I could make a phone call. I would never know hackers could be taking my credit card information, reading my emails, listening to my phone call, and follow me all the way home.
It's just an object. It's how you use it that depends on whether or not it's an evil thing or a good thing.
The inventors say they want to warn the public how much damage can be done with relative ease, and knowing the possibilities should raise public awareness.
If you want to control your personal information, you need to take charge of it. You need to take responsibility for your own personal information, and I don't think people have really done that.
Sandra Endo, CNN, Los Angeles.
Well, it's a dream turned reality. After years in the making, Boeing has finally unveiled its much-anticipated 787 passenger Dreamliner. And our Patrick Ottman got a special look.
Better late than never for Boeing's 787 Dreamliner. On Saturday, the company unveiled the new passenger plane. 3 years overdue and billions of dollars over budget, the 787 was finally ready for its close-up.
Today, we're rolling out the first delivery airplane, the first 787 to be delivered to a customer. That's an amazing thing for those who've worked on the program 5, 6, 7 years here at Boeing and our partners around the world.
There is no other commercial airliner like the 787. Its carbon composite makeup, a super durable plastic, promises a lighter, more fuel-efficient, and cost-effective plane for the airlines. And a potential game changer for the Japanese airliner that will fly the first 787 fleet.
We intended to use the Dreamliner to expand our business, particularly our international route. We are aiming to increase our revenue from the international operation significantly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board ANA Boeing 787 Dreamliner.
But of course, what most people care about is what's inside the plane. And Boeing is promising to revolutionize the way we travel with touchscreen entertainment panels in business class, and throughout the plane, more natural light, more humidity, and yes, more legroom.
The plane's cutting-edge technology and reliance on third-party companies meant long delays, logistics that still have to be fine-tuned before Boeing speeds up 787 production.
Well, I think it's an extraordinary challenge. I think that no one has ever built a wide-body aircraft at a rate of 10 per month before. So I think Boeing has its work cut out for it.
Work that means, for most of us, having to wait a little longer before you can take off on Boeing's new dream plane. Patrick Ottman, CNN, Everett, Washington.
Well, All Nippon Airways will finally receive their 787 Dreamliner next month in Tokyo. So what does it have to offer those lucky enough to fly on it? Well, it has bigger windows and higher ceilings, and the cabin pressure is set to a lower altitude. Well, Boeing says that will make passengers feel more refreshed. The Dreamliner also has technology that senses turbulence and counteracts it for a smoother ride. All of which sounds great, but you probably won't be flying in a Dreamliner for a while. That's because Boeing can only build 2 per month right now. By the end of 2013, they say they'll be able to produce 10 per month, but the orders are already stacking up. There have been 827 so far, which means that even at a rate of 10 per month, Boeing won't fulfil the orders for over 6 years. Well, for diners at one Atlanta restaurant, there's no more waiting for a waitress thanks to one of these on every table. All they need to place an order is an iPad and some specialist Apple software. Let's take a look.
Well, this is your iPad. Basically, you're going to do all of your ordering through the iPad.
We got the idea to use iPads in our restaurant. We noticed that we're always having to get a waiter's attention. We felt that we could help consumers and our guests in our restaurant is to have iPads at the table so they would be able to order food, get a drink, call for valet at the push of a button without waiting for anyone.
You can order as you go along. So you get your drinks first, then you order an appetizer, so you don't have to wait on anyone. When you're ready for something, you just order it.
You put the order into the iPad and get it exactly the way you ordered it.
I think I want one now.
When we came up with this concept, our restaurant, there was nothing available. So we had to actually solicit a certified Apple programmer to actually write our program for us.
There's a back of the house system that we use that can tell us everything that was sold, the hourly sales, and we use that for inventory and everything else.
We can make changes on the fly with the iPad and the programming. We're able to actually customize and do advertisements as well with the iPad, so it lets us announce specials.
We also use iPads to control a lot of the media production. At any moment, we can change what you're looking at now as a backstage of the city of Atlanta to, for example, at the press of a button, a water stream.
And when they're ready to leave, they type their valet ticket number into the iPad, and valet has a heads up that they're on their way out.
Hey, y'all got 596 and 603.
And we've had no theft. We've had no breakage of any of the iPads. On the back of all of our iPads, there's a sensor. So when anyone walks out of the door, it will send off a sensor. And there's a nice security guard that's also at the door too to greet them when that does happen. The coolest thing about it is that there are no more wrinkled menus with ketchup on it or pizza sauce on it. And what we're doing here is definitely the wave of the future, giving people a whole different way to experience eating.
Wonder if you get to tip it.